another movement class. It's a great day outside today, so I figured I'd hop on my mat outside in the sun. I do apologize for all the ruckus. I'll talk loud. Our neighbor is redoing their house, so they just have a lot of construction going on. But we're going to come and start in a nice comfortable seat. And this is a great spot to place a block or a pillow right underneath your hips so they're higher than your knees, and it makes it easier just to let your spine grow nice and tall and for the top of your head to reach up towards the sky. And we'll start off with just a few breaths here, letting your eyes close and your hands rest down comfortably somewhere in your lap. Typically, having your palms facing downwards is a bit more grounding, and having your palms facing upwards is a bit more receiving. So take what you need today and start to breathe it in. Breathe it right on into your body. Long, steady inhales and steady exhales. Welcome in a few things that you're grateful for. Let it even bring a smile to your face. It could be something really simple, or it could be something pretty complicated that's going on in your life right now. And we'll start to take one more big breath in and let out a good audible sigh. Make some sort of noise so you can feel this release of your body with the exhale. And the right hands will come down to the mat. The left arm will reach all the way up and over, creating lots of length and reach in the fingers, so your whole left side body opens up and there's lots of space to breathe. And the left hands will come down towards the right knee for a twist, and the right hand will come to act like a kickstand behind your back. So the spine is growing up nice and long and tall, and the crown of the head is reaching up high towards the sky. Continue to turn towards the right side, coming into a tabletop. So the hands will plant down, the knees come underneath your hips, and we'll take a few cat-cows here. Let the belly drop down, the gaze lifts, and then round through your spine through your exhale, a little tuck of the chin and a little tuck of your tail. Inhaling to let the belly drop down, exhaling to find that scary cat-like posture. A few more of these. Maybe even adding in extra movements like some big hip circles. That might feel really nice in your body, or kind of wiggling side to side here, getting into your outer hips. And we'll find a tuck of the toes, lifting the hips up nice and high, come into downward facing dog. Take some time to pedal out the feet here, waking up in your calves, the backs of the legs, really pressing evenly through your finger pads. And coming back to some stillness, we'll find a little bend in the right knee, and the right hand will reach over towards the left leg. Let the gaze tuck right underneath your elbow, or your armpit, I'm sorry. And then over towards the other side, the right hand will plant, a little bend in the left knee, and the left hand reaches towards the right leg, gazing under the right armpit. And the left hand can plant. We'll walk the hands back towards our toes and sink the hips back, bending in the knees for like a happy squat. It's a high squat, not quite a forward fold, but really stretching good into the hamstrings. Let out a nice sigh. Let the head nod. Let the head shake. We'll walk the hands back out, coming into a plank here, and lower the knees, the chest, the chin, all the way down to the ground. Inhale for a little cobra, or maybe pressing all the way through your palms, upward facing dog. On an exhale, send the hips back into a wide-legged child pose. In your child's pose, let the knees come out nice and wide so you have lots of space for your whole body to melt down into the mat, and the forehead is also pressing down on the mat. Start to find a little bit of a rock of your forehead side to side, massaging in a phrase, an intention, something to help carry you through the practice and through your day. Good. Take another big breath in and a good sigh out. Let it be a noisy noise come out. And start to walk your hands back towards your knees. We'll take a seat here and we'll come into our side bend on the other side. So now the left hand is going to plant down, the right arm reaches over, finding lots and lots of length in the whole right side body. The fingers are reaching up like for an apple on a tree, or whatever your favorite fruit is. And the right hand will come to plant on the left knee. The left hand acts like a kickstand behind. The spine grows up nice and tall. The crown of the head is reaching up high towards the sky. And just a nice gentle twist towards the left. One more breath here. And we'll continue the turn. Coming back into our tabletop, we'll really press nice and evenly through the palms so you feel strong through your arms. The knees are pressing down, the shoelaces of your feet are pressing down, and even the belly is drawing up towards your back. So you feel light in the wrists because of this. We'll send the right leg out long, and then maybe the left hand out nice and long. Take a breath, and start to draw the knee towards the elbow. Exhale, finding length. Knee to elbow. Find length. One more time, knee to elbow. Sending everything out long. We'll plant the right hand down and we'll guide the right foot forwards for a nice low lunge here. Rising up, we'll find this lift up out of the hips, the arms reaching up high and relaxing through the shoulders. Release the hands down to the mat, send the hips back to lengthen through the right leg. This is another great spot to have blocks, so it brings the ground closer and your back stays nice and long. We're always moving from a space of love. We never want to force our body into any sort of posture. Meet yourself exactly where you are today. Bend back into the right knee. Keep the left hand planted. The right arm reaches up for a twist. Maybe the right hand continues back for your left foot and stretching through the quad. Nice and gently release your foot, release your twist. We'll send the right knee back to meet the left. Take a few cat-cows or circles, some sort of movement here. Getting back into your spine, back into your body. Good, and coming back through stillness, we're going to send the left leg long down the mat, and maybe the right arm reaches out in front of you. Hold this here for a breath, nice and strong. Notice when times get challenging, can you lean into them? Use your breath, find your focus, and start to guide your knee towards your elbow. Lengthen. Knee to elbow. Lengthen. One more time, knee to elbow. Sending everything out nice and long, lots of energy. And then planting down the right hand, we'll guide the left foot up for a low lunge. Find that lift up out of your hips. The arms will continue up nice and high. Hands will release down to the mat. Send your hips back to lengthen into the left leg. And by no means does it need to be straight, just lengthened. And take a few breaths here. Notice how this side feels compared to the other side. Start to bend back into the left knee. We'll keep the right hand planted, the left arm reaches up for a twist. And maybe the left hand continues back for the right foot. So we're able to stretch a bit more into our quad. Wonderful. Slowly, gently release the leg, release your twist. The left hands will come to plant inside of the left leg. We'll send the left knee back. And tucking your toes will come to sit back on your heels. This one can feel pretty powerful, pretty strong stretch if you're not used to doing it, but it's great to open up in the bottom of your feet. And here we'll find our cactus arms. Turn to face you. So really squeezing your shoulder blades together, the elbows are bent. Then finding eagle arms, the right elbow is going to cross under the left. Find a little bit of a lift in your elbows here. And maybe just hug on to opposite shoulders if it feels strong in your shoulders. Cactus the arms. Keep following with your breath here. Big inhales and exhales. Now the left elbow crosses under the right. A little lift up of the elbows. Cactus the arms. One more big breath in. On an exhale, plant the hands forwards and tap out the backs of your feet here. Ah, sweet relief. And then we can start to send our hips back to our heels, coming back into a child's pose. Let your forehead come down to the mat. And then start to draw your palms together. And bending through your elbows, let your hands come to the nape of your neck. Maybe try to scooch your elbows a little bit forwards to stretch in your triceps here, the backs of your arms. Take 3 more breaths. Two more. One more. Your biggest breath yet. Let it go. Let the arms release back down to the mat. Slowly come back up to a seat, drawing your palms towards your heart. May you have peace. May you have health. May you have happiness. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great week.